Hey, Joel and Bryan from Zoom Vacations here, and today we're going to be talking about something that a lot of people have been doing this summer is summering vacation in the United States.
Yes. So
You just got back.
I just got back from a kind of a road trip to the national parks. I started off in Montana in Glacier National Park, and I ended, my last national park was the state park, Valley of Fire in Nevada, ended in Las Vegas.
Wow.
So I flew,
Yeah.
which was kind of like a little bit, I was like, oh, how's flying gonna be? It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. I felt totally safe. I had my mask, of course, everyone did.
How did that feel?
Well, for the first like 30 minutes, I was like, oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy. I hate wearing this mask for so long.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, I got used to it. I kind of forgot it was on my face. I just forgot.
I think that, this is just me guessing, I'm not a scientist or anything, but being up there, it's kind of dry, and it probably doesn't give you that sense of like, oh, I'm really
Right.
hot, and also might be even good for moisture.
I think you're right. First of all, I thought you were a scientist, so that's weird. But
Well,
anyway,
I have that effect on people.
yeah, I'll do anything for science. So yeah, you're right. So it wasn't as bad as I thought. So that first of all, there, and also like when you get on the plane, they give you like our airline, it was American Airlines. They gave me a little bag with like a water and a snack and a little towelette, like a disinfectant towelette, and I just opened that up and I wiped my area down. But I will tell you, I've never seen the plane as clean as right now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. In the travel industry, that's kind of like the best thing about, if you can say there was anything good about the corona, that
Yeah.
everything is just so
Things
clean.
are cleaner,
Hotels,
for sure.
airplanes,
The plane was so much
airports.
cleaner. It just felt really, really
Yeah.
clean.
You know, I personally always wipe down my area before I travel anyway, and people probably thought I was a little crazy. I
I
did it.
always
Naomi
did that as
Campbell,
well.
Have you ever seen that video of Naomi Campbell where she's like obsessively wiping down everything? That's me, literally. And I feel like normal about it.
Yeah, I did that as well. So I went to a whole bunch of different state parks. And then what I want to do is maybe we'll break up into separate videos those specific experiences.
Yeah,
because,
I think people are really going to want to know about that.
yeah, like because after doing the trip, there's a lot that I learned, and I have certain tips. Like for Zion State Park, there's certain things now I understand that I would do, and kind of did do when I was there, but I had to like kind of work out kinks to do it. And I would have loved to have a video with a little bit of tips.
Yeah,
on
because to me,
parks.
like going to those places, although they're very sort of relatively close, relative to like other international destinations that are just as beautiful, it's kind of a mystery.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a mystery before I went as well. One of the things is we were talking, my friend who went with me, a really fun guy, we were just discussing like, should we camp? We talked about getting an RV and just driving, and staying in an RV. And then what we ended up doing was doing hotels, and that worked out great for me. I love staying in hotels along the way, hotels and bed and breakfasts. Because really, like we were hiking quite a bit during the day, and I'm not traditionally a very great sleeper, and so I wanted us to have a good night's sleep, and I know he did too, and so we did, and then hotels were not that expensive either, so that was good.
So, not getting a lot of sleep, did you wake up early? And
Yeah, so a lot of sunrise mornings. We definitely woke up for sunrise a lot, and there are several perks of doing this in all the national parks. One, it's cooler, so if you're going during the summer months where it gets hot, and if you get someone who gets hot, great. Two, way less people in the park in the early morning. And three, you have a lot of opportunities to see animals.
And I bet the
More
lighting
animals.
is great.
Oh, four, right? Thank you.
Yeah.
The lighting is fantastic, and the lighting is just beautiful.
It's more even probably.
Yeah, and not even just the sunrise colors, but like just the effect of the sun as it rises up, hitting the different things you're seeing, especially because the places we went to, like Arches National Park and like Bryce Canyon, where you're watching the sun igniting these rocks. It's
Wow.
really beautiful. Like,
Oh my God.
yeah, really beautiful. And then also sunset is a neat time to be in some of these too, especially Arches National Park.
Were there cocktails involved
I did not.
in the sunset? Sunset.
Oh,
cocktails?
I know. On a Zoom trip, we generally would have sunset cocktails. No, it didn't.
Oh, okay.
We were too busy just taking photos and stuff.
It's
but
okay. Not everybody drinks.
That's true. And you
Alcohol.
don't need to drink to have fun. But we would have our post-hike beer that we would have all the time.
Very refreshing, I'm
Refreshing.
sure.
Oh yeah, after a hike,
Yeah.
even if you're not a beer drinker, you're just like, it just tastes really good. So
And nutritious.
And nutritious too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it started in Glacier, drove all these different national parks, even went to a couple ghost towns, and
See any ghosts?
I did not see any ghosts. I kept looking. Yeah, there were some bats in the belfry though, so there's that.
All right.
And then ended in Vegas, and some people are like, "Oh, why'd you go to Vegas?" Well, that's just where we flew out of Vegas. It just made sense. So.
Is there anything we should know that happened in Vegas that
Yeah, you know
shouldn't
what?
stay in
Whatever
Vegas?
happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But something you were asking me, and we were talking a little bit last night, was how did this trip affect me? And I think that a couple things. I've realized I've really got back some of my love of America, which just felt a little beat down just with Corona and with looting and with political yucky stuff. I wasn't feeling as great about America as I want to feel, and it's just, we live in this beautiful country. It's so true, and so that I got a lot of love back for America again. I also realized like how important it is just to get away, and like I have such an adventuresome traveler spirit, and I haven't, like, on my weekends I've just been kind of like hanging out at the house and stuff. I don't want to do that. I came back from this trip feeling like moving forward I want to take little day trips and do things, even from Chicago.
It just kind of rejuvenates you.
Completely.
Yeah.
And it was fun to do a lot of photos again and just see new things. It was very inspiring. America is a beautiful, beautiful place.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many places around the world that are just as beautiful that, that's that.
And we visit these places.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I love about visiting those places and then coming back here and comparing
the two,
and realizing not just the differences but the similarities. That's one thing that strikes me about my travel, about people. I don't focus so much on the differences. I focus on the similarities that people around the world have, and that makes me feel like I'm part of this global community.
Right.
So, well, welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So stay tuned to other videos. I'll be giving some tips on the specific parks that I visited.
Bye.
Bye.